Yes, people, welcome to the Real Talk Football TV podcast, Premier League debate show. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. All right.
Are you coming in or what are you doing?
All right. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers. I think we're on 488. So please, if you're watching it, tell your friends, tell your mum, your dad, subscribe to the channel on YouTube. You can watch us on Twitter also. We've got 1906 representing Liverpool. We've got myself, Shaq, Liverpool. Tobias is away. He should be back next week. All right, 1906. Premier League season's over, but the transfers are on.
We'll talk.
Yeah. All right. Lukaku, yeah?
All right. Yeah.
All right. Lukaku out. Sterling in. All right. We just talked off air a bit about Lukaku, about the pros and cons of Lukaku. So it feels like Lukaku is literally gone now. He's no way back. Second stint at Chelsea, 97 million, so over 100 million euros. Let's start off with this. Is he the worst flop in Premier League history? Or think of historic players in the Premier League for the amount of money. He must be up there with the worst.
He's up there. I can't put me. There's too many. There's a few. And oh gosh, no, he's definitely up there. He's definitely up there. He came in like, I don't know, man on heat. And everyone was like, I'm sure even the way he came in, the way the media was bigging him up and everything else. I'm thinking even Van Dijk was fretting. I think Van Dijk was fretting, like rolling over in his sleep. How am I going to stop this beast? No, had 3 good games and that was it.
But the thing is as well, I think we all got sucked in because I think when he did side from Inter, I think Inter, he scored lots of goals. I've got his numbers up. I'm going to show his numbers in a minute. But when he did come from Inter, and I watched him a few times, I was like, wow, this guy looks like a different player. He looks fitter. He looks stronger. His touch looked better. And I thought when he come to Chelsea, I was scared because I thought, you know what, Liverpool's injuries, we don't know how Van Dijk comes back and all the other centre-halves been all injured. Like a lot of teams were writing us off. And it's not about Liverpool, but I thought them winning the Champions League, like when we did, we kicked on and won the league the following season. And I just thought, with Lukaku signing, if you finish above Chelsea, I thought you was going to win. I think you win the league. And I really thought that. I think he was going to be the icing on the cake. Lukaku's... Let me go for
Lukaku. Can you remember where you put Chelsea when he arrived? What position?
I had Liverpool first. I had Chelsea second. I had Man City third. Reason being, I thought Man City won't score the goals without a striker. They proved me wrong. Fair play to them. They are the best team in this league. They get goals everywhere. So it doesn't matter if they have a striker. They all chip in with goals. So I had them second because I thought Lukaku would get them the goals to really go to the limit. I just thought he was going to be the difference. But in Lukaku's defense, did they play to his strengths?
I think they did. I think they did at the beginning. I think it was like, I think they gave him license, to be honest. I think they play your game because I don't think they knew how really to handle Lukaku, or the fact that all they knew was that he can score goals in his position. So it weren't like they had to do too much around him. It was just like, pass the ball to Lukaku, he's going to hold it up. Do you know what I mean? He's going to have man's back in. You know what I mean? It was all that touching the defender behind him and all that kind of thing, laying it off, quick turn. He had a bit of pace on him, a bit. But then you found out that there weren't that much there. I mean, maybe it's the Premier League over the Italian league. I don't know, the quality and everything else. But there was a lot of people that had him in the pocket. I mean, from the time you've got Konate had him in his pocket. And we're thinking, who is Konate? Do you know what I mean? He's just a starter. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. The fear factor left me very, very early with Lukaku. I think it was probably after first six games. It was like, you saw defenders holding him up. He didn't get his own way. And that's why all of a sudden it was like, okay, we're going to try and play another system with Chelsea. And they started all over the place.
I think it was a bit different. I think he started off well. I think I know it was easy, but he bullied Arsenal to score him 2 goals. Then he scored a hat-trick on his debut, scored 2, and he scored another couple. And he was on, I think he was in about 5 in 5 games. And the second he done that interview, it was done. And I just feel that, you know what, I think at the start they were playing to his strengths because they were putting the ball into him. He was holding players up, what you were saying, backing in. They were rolling the ball. He was in the game. And I think from that interview, I think Tuchel just took it personal and said,
you know what? Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'm saying it. F this. Right. We're going to play my way. I'm not going to play to your strengths. And if you can't deal with it, you're going to be sub. And to me, I think that's stopped Chelsea from really challenging, because if you look at the first 10, 12 to 15 games, Chelsea were top of the league. People forget.
Yeah.
And we thought, you know what? Chelsea are going all the way. Like, in the sense of they're going to be there or thereabouts with 9, 10 games to go. They're going to be right in the mix. And they wasn't. And I think because of Lukaku himself, and I think Tuchel as well. Because if you look at Lukaku's record, I'm just going to put his numbers up. Yeah. For Everton, 141 appearances, 68 goals. So that myth that he doesn't score goals in the Premier League, because that's a myth, really. He can. Maybe he didn't score against the top sides, but 141 appearances, 68 goals. That's basically 1 in 2. That's 1 goal every 2 games. Man United spent £90 million on him. 66 appearances, 28 goals. That's 1 in 2.
Yeah.
Inter Milan, 72 appearances, 47 goals. Basically 1 in 2. For Belgium, 102 appearances, 68 goals. That's a serious record in international football. That's basically 1 in 2. So certain seasons, he will score a goal a game. And my opinion is, I'm just playing like devil's advocate in the sense of, if Chelsea did play to his strengths, because Chelsea's front line, none of them score. So if you look at Werner, no goals. CH, no goals. Havertz, no goals. Mount, I think Mount was their top goal scorer. But you've got a guy, no matter what you say about him, the numbers suggest that he can get you 25 goals a season.
So do you think Chelsea got nervous? The fact that, do you know what I mean, that those he weren't scoring every game and all that sort of thing for the manager. Do you think they got nervous? Why the change? It was like the system changed and everything else around Chelsea, because they weren't playing him for a minute, for a while.
You know what?
And he was coming on subs, coming on to try and kill games. Do you know what I mean? If you're there and behind 2-1 down, something like that, bring on Lukaku, I don't know, 70 minutes in and all them kind of thing. You're thinking, hold on, the man didn't come here for that.
No. And that's what I'm saying. So if you look at, I'm not going to compare him to Cristiano Ronaldo, but with them type of players, with the reputation they've got, it's one or the other. So that's what Man United's problem is, that deep down they need a number 9.
Yeah.
But you can't have Ronaldo in your squad, because in his head, he reckons he should be playing every single game, every single minute. And his numbers suggest that he should play. Lukaku's the same. Lukaku's looking at Werner, CH, whoever's playing on the Havertz, whoever's playing on the front. He's thinking, my record suggests that I score more goals than them.
But don't you think the media played a big part in that as well with Ronaldo? Because they couldn't understand if, if someone dropped him for a game or put him on the bench or something like that. They're thinking, all right, let's play you for those more important games and everything else. But media got into him and said, no, how can you drop him? How can you drop Ronaldo from the team for the 100%. First 11? I think there was a lot of pressure on that way as well to break.
Yeah, but Ronaldo's record suggests that at the end of the day, he was the 3rd top goal scorer in the league. So they could have dropped him, but they're the type of guys where it's all or nothing in the sense of their reputation and their ego.
Yeah.
You basically got to play them or they go somewhere else. You can't have a Lukaku or a Cristiano Ronaldo as a sub because the morale will be so low. He's going to tell you he's not happy. He's going to make other players unhappy.
Yeah.
And he's going to be one of the leaders of the dressing room. So you have to play him. And I just feel that if I'm the chairman of Chelsea, why would I give Tuchel 70, 80, 90 million pounds to spend on a striker? Where I just gave you 100 mil. I know it wasn't him. It was Abramovich. I just gave you 100 mil.
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, you need to make it work. None of your other strikers score goals.
Yeah.
Just play to his strengths.
Yeah.
Just play to his strengths. So it's a tough one. Like, I think Lukaku's done. I think it's bad from both sides in the sense of the Chelsea chairman or the manager and Lukaku himself. I think he hasn't done any favors for himself. But as the manager, personally, I think he could have got a lot more out of Lukaku. If you're gonna, it's like I said, if you're gonna have Andy Carroll, you're not gonna play tick-a-tack football.
No.
If you've got a Benteke, you're not going to play balls, 1-2s, balls around the corner. You're going to get the ball out wide and put the ball in the box. That's what he's good at. It's common sense. So if you've got a Lukaku who is kind of like a battering ram, likes the ball into feet, balls down, not balls down the sides, but balls in between the 18-yard box where he can hold the ball up, twist
he doesn't want to be chasing anything. Yeah.
He's not going to chase. You get like Ronaldo, he doesn't chase. So you go and get your wide players, they do all the hard work. A bit like when Trent plays right back, he goes forward. Henderson does the dirty work, the donkey work. And he scores goals. Simple as. But it's an interesting one. Lukaku going, it's interesting who Chelsea get because to me, there's no strikers out there. But coming on to that, Sterling's linked with Chelsea was basically, it feels like it's a done deal.
Yeah, I think Sterling's a good buy myself.
Well, you've been said on the tapes that he's world class. So, so what he's saying to you is that why is Man City selling a world class striker or a world class wide player to a rival who's going to challenge them for the title?
I think he's one of the few players that City have got that can claw back some money from Haaland.
Yeah.
I think it's a financial thing rather than a. You know, I mean, we're losing one of our best players. It's like, okay, who can we say? All right, they're getting rid of Jesus. Possibly to what? Arsenal, is it?
Yeah, Arsenal. I know Tottenham have just made a late.
And how much is he going for? What's the valuation?
They want 50, but Arsenal want 35. What
you know, Arsenal's cheap already. But do you know what I mean? But I'm thinking it's all financial. Do you know what I mean? You pay out that money for you sell Sterling for what, 40?
So so say they want 50. So basically 30, late 30s, 40 mil they'll get for him.
Right. And with a Jesus, that's Haaland covered.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's a financial move rather than he's one of our best players and he's one of our top players which should earn some income. Hopefully Haaland will produce and I think that's the way they're looking at it. I think they'll still be up there. Who else they bringing in at City?
So they've got that young guy from Argentina, Alvarez, who's supposed to be from River Plate. So he plays out wide as well. So they've got him and they've got Haaland. So 2 in and 2 out. 2 in and 2 out.
And they got him on the cheap.
Yeah, they got it for like 12 mil or something cheap.
That's what I'm saying.
But if he's world class, like you say, you don't sell to a rival. So is he world class though?
I think Sterling is. I think he was in his day. All right, he slowed down now. I think at his best, I think he was. Honestly, I think he was. Even now, I think he could get into any team.
1906. That you're sounding like a politician. You haven't answered the question.
What's the question?
Yes or no? Is Raheem Sterling world class?
I think so. Yes.
So define world class for me. I'm intrigued because I don't think he's
a player. For me, a player that can get in any team available. I think he can get into Madrid. I think he can get into Barcelona. I think he can get into Bayern Munich. He doesn't have to score a bag of goals for England because England are mismanaged and shy anyway. You're never going to see that on an international stage. But on a domestic stage, I think he can get into any team going.
Any team, yeah. But he can't get into his own team.
He can't get into it. No, he's going for what? Haaland? Who
No.
comes on? Who's better than him? Grealish? Grealish is better than. Is Grealish better than Sterling?
Grealish doesn't play. Grealish is a sub.
Who's the other one? Grealish and
Mahrez. Mahrez is better than Sterling.
Mahrez.
Foden's better than Sterling.
Yeah, Foden's young. That's what I'm saying. He's young, and you know what I mean, and all them kind of things.
1906.
They need fresh legs. They need fresh legs. Sterling ain't got the fresh
1906.
legs no more.
1906. You told me.
I said in his heyday, Sterling world class.
No. That's not the question. I said 1906. Is he world class? You said yes, and you said he can get into any team in Europe or in the world.
Yeah,
but he can't get in his own team.
He can. They're selling. He can. He can. They're selling. It's financial. It's financial.
To me, like I said, I love Sterling. I think he's a top player. I think he's not elite. Like if you look at even if you have debates on the best wide players in the league, I don't think he's on the same level as Salah, not on the same level as Son. When Mane was here, he's not on that level. He's just that level below, which like I said, when I watch Sterling, he has world-class form. So he goes through 2-3 months where he's out of this world. Just like the Euros. Yeah. He was outstanding. Most probably player of the tournament in the Euros, in my opinion. Outstanding. Was a threat, constant threat. And he has that type of form where you think, oh my God, this guy's a world beater. But there's times where I look at his game, it's just too many holes. But I think he's fantastic.
Everyone has a dip.
I think he's great. I think he'd be great for Chelsea.
I think it'd be a brilliant signing for him.
Great signing for Chelsea. I think he's what Chelsea need. Pacing behind, constant goal threat. He wants to come back to London. I think it'd be a great signing for them. But I just don't think he is world class.
I think, yeah. I think in those hot periods, I think definitely is. Definitely.
All right. Let's go to the final bit. Mane. Oh. I know. Mane leaving. Like, as Liverpool supporters, I think this is terrible for us. Terrible news, you know. We've had a previous podcast where we believe if it's 300k, 400k, he deserves to be getting that sort of money. If you're looking from a Liverpool perspective, FSG are saying, you know what, if we give a 300, 400k to a 30-year-old who, in their opinion, maybe believe is not at his absolute peak, but he's still better than most players, and they're thinking, if we give him that, then the others will want the money. Yeah. And I understand that as a business point of view, but this guy has been at Liverpool for 6 years, and he's been just ridiculous. Played in every position, scored goals, never injured. Never injured.
And never moaned.
Never moans. And I think from the first minute he's been at Liverpool, he's played at a world-class level, and he is a world-class footballer. Top 15 best in the world, even top 10 best in the world.
I'll give you that. Yeah, definitely.
There you go. Top 10 best in the world. But do you think Liverpool made a mistake because of letting him go? Because you're bringing in a guy, Núñez, who I think we need a number 9 who's just a goal scorer, out and out goal scorer. But the consistency what Mane gives you and the work rate and the amount of games he plays, you're taking a gamble on Diaz and Núñez. Gamble. It's a massive gamble.
I think it's a huge gamble because I never envisaged him going. I thought Salah would go before him.
Yeah.
Honestly, so thought Salah would go before him. I thought, it would be, that Mane, Jota, Firmino. Do you know what I mean? And then like Diaz has stepped in. Do you know what I mean? I always saw Salah going out the picture before I even envisaged Mane leaving. So it's like, hold on. And now you got, Mane for Núñez? I don't know. I haven't seen enough of this man to be like, for me to be even balancing it out. I haven't even seen enough of him. Because
and the thing is as well, even Diaz,
still up here.
That's what I'm saying. Even Diaz, I think Diaz is fantastic. He is a constant threat. But at the moment, his goals hasn't generated the performances. So to me, in my opinion, I know Klopp's played it down about Núñez. I think Núñez has got to hit the ground running like how Fernando Torres did. Because I think if he doesn't score 25 plus, I think we could end up being third. Because you're taking 25 goals out the team.
Yes.
And it's not guaranteed Nunes is going to come in the first season. I think eventually he's going to, personally, I think he's going to become one of the best strikers in the world. But it doesn't mean he's going to do it straight away.
Well,
because say that quickly, Nidos. It's because quickly, if you look at it, Klopp's got it right so many times. I know he hasn't got it right. Maybe Naby Keita. Go on.
That's what I was going to say. How often has Klopp got it wrong?
Yeah.
How often has he got it wrong? Is it a knee jerk? Someone said, "All right, Mane's going. Oh, damn, we better send the scouts out." I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Whoever we've been scouting has been scouted a while.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Nunes, what was it? We nicked him off what? Who we nicked him from?
So he went from Benfica.
There was a couple. There was a lot of interest in him, wasn't there?
Yeah, Man United were seriously interested in him.
Yeah.
Couple of other big clubs in Europe, Atletico Madrid wanted him. I think the Klopp factor and how Liverpool are playing, I think it suits his style. But it still doesn't guarantee that he's going to come in and score goals. I think there's big pressure on him. If Liverpool want to challenge Man City, because Haaland's scoring, regardless. He's coming in to score. Without a doubt, he's bagging goals left, right, centre. And even if he flopped, which is not going to happen, Man City still get 90 goals a season.
Yeah.
Because everybody else will start scoring.
Yeah. He'll take over what Sterling's left behind.
Yeah.
And then some.
That's what I'm saying. He gets 25, 30, even 40. I think if he starts the ground running, only injuries, in my opinion, that doesn't make him the Golden Boot winner.
Yeah.
So,
that's the thing with the Premiership. Do you know what I mean? You get injuries. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
You will come up and get those injuries. You'll get those injuries that will knock you out for a couple of, you know what I mean, for a little while. But I don't know. I just didn't see Mane leaving for any kind of reason. So, but yeah, and again, he is leaving. Klopp doesn't get it wrong. Very rarely.
No.
Very rarely does he get it wrong.
Coutinho left, and look what happened. Wijnaldum left, look what happened. Emre Can left, look what happened. Yeah. So he has a reputation. When they do leave Liverpool, it's literally on their way down. Yeah. And when he does sign someone, Naby Keita's been the only one where there's been a lot of hype on him when we bought him. And it really hasn't. He's not like he's flopped, but he's just been okay, if you know what I mean. He's been okay.
I think a lot of pressure is going to be on Thiago this season.
Fantastic footballer, but injury record.
That's what I'm saying. There's going to be a lot of pressure on for creativity in the middle. All right, we've got Carvalho. Is it Fulham?
Yeah, but you can't rely on him. He looks fantastic, though. I've been watching a lot of him.
That's what I'm saying. So,
he's different.
Do you know what I mean? You think Nunes, Carvalho in, the pair of them, I think Klopp's saying, okay, with the two of them, do you know what I mean? They must match up to the one man.
But or he's maybe looking at the our young players like Harvey Elliott, Carvalho, Tyler Morton, maybe thinking these boys are ready now.
Yeah,
these boys are ready. So that's why he's maybe not buying a midfield player, because he's thinking like, I need to unleash these guys now. These guys,
he has to.
Like, I think. Well, personally, like I think we had a conversation this morning, and I said that it has to be Fabinho, Thiago, and one other. If that's Harvey Elliott, Carvalho, Curtis Jones. I know you're not a big fan of Naby Keita, but personally, I just don't think it could be Henderson now. I just don't. I love him. I love him. The captain. He set standards on the pitch. He set standards.
Definitely. Come on.
But Henderson cannot be a regular for Liverpool now. It is hitting Milner wrong. It has to hit Milner wrong.
You know, he's like, do you remember Milner a couple of seasons back? Do you know what I mean? He was getting minutes and all that, but do you know what I mean? To see out a whole game and everything else, no, we're gonna have to bring in the kids. Have to.
100%. That's why I'm thinking, because if I know he's waiting for next year, and the rumors are that Jude Bellingham's going to come next year, and I know he's a Liverpool supporter, but that's a lot of money you're going to spend on a 19-year-old. And if you look at I think Jude Bellingham's fantastic, but if you look at the record of Bundesliga players coming to the Prem, it's not great. It's not great, even if they're English. Look at Sancho. To me, Sancho looks washed.
Yeah.
He looks washed. And I don't think he's going to come. I don't think he's going to come good, in my opinion. I've watched him for the first 6 games. I think after 6 games, you can see somebody if they've got talent, even if they're like struggling. I watch him, and I just think he's basic. I think he's a basic player. No pace whatsoever.
Bland.
He just looks good on YouTube. I think if he's got little tricks and little touches, and he's got little body movements. So if you look him on YouTube, you think this guy's $1 million. But watching him, he couldn't play for a Pep. He couldn't play for a Klopp. He hasn't got the pace. He hasn't got the work rate. To me, he looks overweight. He doesn't look like an athlete.
No, he's just, I don't know. There's just nothing about him.
I
expected the star, but there's just nothing about him that thrills me. You know, when you see a man on the ball, you watch a game because of that player.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, I thought it was basic. But I think it's massive. I think it's massive loss for Liverpool. It's a massive loss for the Premier League. Just for the Premier League.
True.
Losing one of the best players in the world.
True.
Top 10, top 15 best players in the world. Leaving the Premier League. And it's a tough one. And I hope it doesn't come back to bite us. Klopp's got it right. And you've got to trust Klopp, because Klopp is like everything he does, really. He does get it right. They do get it right at the right time. But can you keep on getting it right, if you know what I mean? You know, when you're due a flop, if you know what I mean. And as Liverpool supporters, we've been killing a lot of people.
Yeah, it's true.
Look at these guys. They're dead. They're coming dead. And you know what? You know the knives are out for
big
Nunes.
time.
I'm telling you, they are sharpening the knives for Nunes, because they're hoping that Nunes beats that Lukaku and beats a super flop, and Liverpool are fighting for not the league but for Champions League spots. That's what they want.
I know what they want. Praying. They're praying. They've got Juju working and everything. They're praying, man.
They know. Look. He's trolling us. Big up Tobias, wherever you are. Tobias will be on next week.
He's hiding like United, mate.
Oh, mate. Tobias will be on the show next week. I know he's
he's gone foreign.
He's
scouting. He's scouting.
He's in Man United scout. They can't buy anyone at the moment. So you know. They can't buy anyone.
I'll send you a vid of the locals.
He's in sunny country right now, watching the third division in one of these countries, looking for a gem for Man United. He's struggling right now. But I know, like Tobias, he's a one as well. He's waiting for if Nunes is going to be a flop, but hopefully he is not. He is not. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video. What do you think? Do you think Lukaku has been a flop? One of the worst flops of the Premier League era?
It's a big question.
Is Sterling a great signing for Chelsea? Man City going to miss him. My personal opinion, I think they're going to miss him. No matter what you say about Sterling, he's different to what they've got. And when you're different to what they've got, I think when the chips are down, when you need a goal or you need someone to be a threat off the bench at least, he's a guy that does deliver. He's a guy who can come off the bench and you can create something out of nothing. So I think if he does leave, I think it's a loss to Man City. They're going to feel it. And I think it's a massive game for Chelsea.
Definitely.
Massive game. Nunes is a Lukaku in disguise.
Lukaku in disguise, you know.
Nunes is a Lukaku in disguise. That's what you're hoping. Personally, Tobias, I don't think he is. I think he's going to be the business. Like I've said, I'm putting it on there. You can go through the tapes. I know you'll be the first one to tell me. Personally, I think in the next couple of years, he'll be one of the best strikers in the world. Remember, I told you.
The only thing stopping him is the cravenness from Salah, stopping him from scoring more goals. Once he gets over that,
That'll be interesting. Saying that would be interesting, like how the goals are shared, if you know what I mean. If Nunez gets his shine and starts scoring goals for fun, that would be interesting.
I think Klopp will tell every man for themselves out there. Every man out there for themselves. You see the goal shoot. One of them shoot on sight. About Lukaku in disguise. Come on. Like we get it that wrong. Like we ever get it that wrong. The desperate signings. Who's United signed?
United basically supposed to be signing De Jong, and they're supposed to sign that Timber, which is hilarious. Have you seen the news article by Van Gaal?
Yeah. Hold on, lost your mic. Nah. Yeah, big old BBC mic that don't work. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, me now.
That's better. Yeah. Oh, you heard that?
I heard that. So basically,
on Sky Sports.
What it is that basically they were saying that Timber, who's supposed to be a centre half from Ajax, never heard of him, never heard of the guy, supposed to be decent, but they were saying that basically Van Gaal, which is now the Netherlands manager, he was saying that if Timber goes to Man United, he won't pick him for Holland, and he won't go to the World Cup. So he's basically saying, if you go there and you don't play, you're not going. So Timber's saying, you know what, fuck that, man, stayed in Ajax. I know I'm
going to be lost, mate.
World Cup, because you go to Man United.
Yeah, he's going to be lost. Oh, what?
How can I be in Spain and still have better Wi-Fi than Shaq?
Man's still firing shots. Oh,
why is this guy battering me? Why is he battering me? Oh, mate.
Love it.
Oh, I can't hear. Can you hear me?
Too. Love it. All right. Where are you now? You there? No, I lost you again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can. Yeah. All right. So I'll tell you what, Shaq, you there? Can you hear me? No, you can't. I'll tell you what, Tobias, you're on. With the buys that we've got so far in all the Premier League clubs, give me your top three so far, like ending the season.
Can you hear
Who's
me?
winning the league? Who's coming second? Who's coming third? Oh, you're back. Shaq, you there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying with the
1 minute. I'm just gonna leave. 1 minute. $9.06.
Yeah, how's that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I was just saying, I'm just filling the spot there to say with the buys that are happening so far, who's the top three? Because I think Liverpool's up there. Wow, Shaq, you're bad. You got talking about my Wi-Fi a couple of weeks ago.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I don't want you ever cussing my Wi-Fi again.
Ever. Go you two. The Black Trouble Brothers.
The man's turning wheel generating Wi-Fi.
Talking. I have to change talk. I'm joking. Oh, mate. I'm telling you, guys. like I said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. 906, you got anything else to say?
And Klopp we trust. That's all I can say.
100%. 100%. Hopefully we make
trust.
some more transfers. If not, I'll take what we're given, and I trust Klopp what he's doing. I trust the process.
Definitely,
Tobias will be here when he's back from Spain, sunning it up. He'll be back here scouting in Real Betis, looking at these random dons, trying to get a slide in. Got a GoFundMe page for Man United because they got no money. So
GoFundMe, you know.
Like I said, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. We are Real Talk Football TV 1906. Blessed for that. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure see us same time next week, 8 o'clock Monday for a next debate show. We are Real Talk Football TV, and we are out.